Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend Panos, allow me first to sincerely thank the organizers for the opportunity to address this 20th Roundtable with the government of Greece, an event that each year successfully brings together thought leaders from around the world, experts in their respective fields. I wanted to start, before I jump into the main topic of energy, I just wanted to briefly outline the most recent developments in the economy of Cyprus. What happened since last May, since this conference. What marked 2015 for our country is the fact that we generated growth after many years of recession, 1.6% as a matter of fact. And in the first quarter of 2016, we actually concluded the adjustment program with the Troika. Things have not been easy for the Cypriot people, but as a government, we are remaining focused on fiscal discipline, balanced budgets, and economic reforms, while our top priorities still remain to tackle the unacceptably high level of unemployment, enhancing the overall liquidity of the market still struggling, and improving, of course, the country's competitiveness. Now, into the main topic of this session, of this discussion. I'm not going to go over in great detail of the current activities in Cyprus Exclusive Economic Zone. I will just mention that 2015, and again since this conference last May, was marked by a significant event in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, which was basically the discovery of the giant field Zohr in Egyptian waters. Why has it been significant? It's been significant for two reasons. For the Eastern Med, because it just proved that there is a new geological play other than the already known existing one, which current discoveries have been associated to. But also, secondly, this discovery has been fully associated with the Eratosthenes continental block, which lies entirely into the Cyprus Exclusive Economic Zone. So I will just mention what we can expect in the next 6 to 8 months in the activities in Cyprus EEZ. First and foremost, you should be expecting to see more progress on the field development plan for the exploitation of the Aphrodite field. Certainly, the current economic circumstances in the oil and gas industry are not the best. They're very challenging. We're seeing a lot of cutbacks. But we are optimistic that through regional cooperation, which I will come to in a minute, we should be able to conclude the field development plan and plan for a final investment decision in the years to come. The second thing you should expect is the conclusion of the third licensing round, stemming from the discovery of Zohr, again fully associated with the Eratosthenes continental block. Cyprus issued a competition for 3 blocks, 6, 8, and 10, and you should be expecting to see licenses awarded at the beginning of 2017. And similarly, the third item we should be expecting as new is more exploration work from existing licensed blocks. Already, a lot of the companies that are operating in Cyprus Exclusive Economic Zone are planning, and plans are well underway for new drilling to take place. Now, to the subject matter of regional cooperation, how important is the Eastern Mediterranean to the European Union? My friend Panos mentioned earlier some of the initiatives. I will talk about them in a minute, but just to put numbers into words into numbers and give you a perspective. The Eastern Mediterranean between Egypt, Cyprus, and Israel has so far approximately 2,000 billion cubic meters of discoveries. To put the number again by comparison, in 2015, EU member state consumed about 430 BCM. So it's becoming abundantly clear that the Eastern Med is fastly emerging to become an alternative source of route and supply source for the European Union. Yes, most of the discoveries today are, as a matter of fact, going to be consumed for to cover regional demand. But sooner or later, as discoveries pile up, they will find themselves into the European market. Cyprus does crucially enjoy excellent relationships with its neighbors. We have critical agreements in place, delimitation agreements. We have unitization agreements. We are negotiating right now other missing pieces of the puzzle, like cross-boundary pipeline agreements with the neighboring countries. This is important not just for geopolitical stability, but it is also important to give companies the necessary stability to invest in Cypriot and East Med waters, invest the necessary millions, sometimes billions, in order to exploit the natural wealth. We are promoting very closely with Greece 2 projects of common interest. I'm not going to mention them again. Panos did, the Euro-Asia Interconnector and the East Med pipeline. And we anticipate that this infrastructure should find itself into the European markets through either IGI, IGB, the planned gas storages in Greece, Italy, Southeastern Europe, the Western Balkans. So, on top of that, I have to say that we're not only involving relationships with Israel, Greece, but also Egypt, Jordan, and you would be expecting Cyprus, and we are now looking at the possibility of mutually developing electricity interconnections with Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon under the regional electricity market platform of the European Union. So, in true fashion, and following the example of my friend Panos, I'll conclude and say the following. Together with Greece, we have been and we continue to try to make the Eastern Mediterranean important for the EU, and the EU important to the Eastern Mediterranean. We're not operating in political conditions resembling the North Sea. This is a very challenging region with a lot of conflicts, but with regional cooperation, we do believe that we can bring political stability which would deliver economic growth. And to paraphrase what JFK once said, geography has made us neighbors, but it is in our hands for geology to make us true allies. Thank you very much for your attention.